and I was beginning to wake up, and I was being drawn back into my body. And as I was going back into my body, I saw the room. In fact, I thought I was awake because I saw it just like I see with my physical eyes, yet I'm laying in the bed. And it was just a quick, I was coming back into my body, and I saw an older lady standing right in that corner over there where the television used to be. And that was where this is her living room and her kitchen and everything. And she was standing there, the baggy sweater, the shorter lady, just standing there. And I thought at first it was my grandmother who had passed away, but I saw her crystal clear, the same way my mother had described. And then when I was back in my body, I woke up and I went back to sleep. Well, the next morning, I thought about what I experienced, and I decided Norlene is here, still in her space. I'm going to talk to her. I want to find out. I'm not afraid to talk to her because she's a nice person, and I wouldn't be afraid to talk to her if she was physically embodied. So I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to let her know that I saw her, that I'm aware of her presence, and I'm going to try to help her in some way. I told her, I said, Norlene, I just sat down and I said, I want to talk to you, and I'm going to wait until I feel some kind of a sign that you are here and that you hear me. And immediately, on this side of my face, I get a sensation. It feels like someone is touching you ever so lightly with the tips of their fingers, and I feel it like cobwebs, but a little stronger. And it's an energy, almost like static electricity, but a lot stronger. And I knew that was my sign that she is here and she is listening to me. And I said, Norlene, I said, you are probably aware of this, or maybe you're not. I said, but you are no longer physical. Your physical body has died. I said, you are still very much alive, probably feel just as alive as you ever have. I said, Norlene, but I cannot see you. And I said, the reason I can't see you is because you are not physically here anymore. You are here at a higher level that I cannot see. And I said, I don't know if you know that, but you have died. And I told her, I said, now you need to go on. I said, now if you decide you want to stay here, I told her, I said, I don't care. I said, you can stay here as long as you want. I said, now we're going to have to share the same space. And I said, I would appreciate it if you give me some privacy now and then. I said, but you'll be like a grandmother figure to me. And I said, I'd love to have your presence. I said, but I don't think that that's what would bring you the most happiness. I said, Norlene, you're so used to being here, you're like a bird trapped in a cage, that when you open the door, the bird stays in the cage because it doesn't know any better, when it can go on to a greater reality. I said, you see yourself as an old lady. I said, I know you do because that's the body you're projecting. And I saw what you were projecting. Your aura and your energy is still in the shape of who you were when you died, because that's still who you think you are. And I told her, just as you continue to exist after your body dies, I said, Norlene, you existed before your body died. I mean, before your body was born. I'm sorry. I said, energy doesn't get destroyed. And you existed. I said, now, if you want to remember your true self, your higher self, I said, you're going to have to leave this state and go on. I said, because until you do, you're going to see yourself as Norlene. And you are much greater than Norlene, I told her. I tried my best to explain this to her. And I said, I'll tell you what I'll do, Norlene. I'm going to help you. And I said, you probably saw this at one time or another, didn't know what it was. I said, you probably saw a light and you didn't go toward it. And so it's kind of shut off to you now. I'm going to help you to open that light up again. And I'm going to give you the opportunity to go on. And I said, Norlene, I said, you don't want to just stay who you are right now and who you think you are, because that's not really who you are. That's who you thought you were when you were embodied. You are much greater. And I said, you need to go on. You're going to see your family members and you're going to go on to a higher state of consciousness. So basically what I did is, and I told her, I said, I'm not forcing you to. This is totally up to you. You are free. I said, but I'm going to give you the opportunity. So I, in meditation, helped her by envisioning this light and opening the astral doorway. And I said, you're going to see it. I'm going to help you to create this. I'm going to help you to open up to higher realms. And if you decide to, you can go through. And that's what I did. I don't sense her presence here anymore. I believe she went on. I'm not sure. I don't care. I mean, it's up to her. But I haven't seen her or felt her since then. Maybe she still comes back. I don't know. Because you can shift your vibration there and make it a little denser so that you can still participate in the physical realm, so if you choose. But I believe she went on. I hope she did. So basically I'm telling you all of this because as you become aware of these beings that are around you, you have the opportunity to help them, or you have the opportunity to tell them to go away, because you can't do that. You are just as much a spiritual being as they are. Now, you may not be able to physically see them, but you are not disempowered. And you can tell them to go away. You can make them go away if you choose to. If you don't believe you can, then you probably won't. But anyways, I'm digressing. But I do want to let you know of something else, that there are negative entities that what they will do to you is, and I guess in the Christian world they call them demons. Maybe that's a good definition for them. They are congealed negative balls of consciousness that have taken on a form and shape, that have taken on a consciousness of their own. They become an entity and they prey on negative energies because that helps them to continue on and to grow even bigger. So their goal is to come into your life and to create negative energies in your life by interacting with your own auric field, vibrating those energies until it resonates into you, and you begin to feel depressed like I have at times. You begin to feel anger, sadness, and everything negative and of low vibration. And they draw it out. And they'll feed on you. And they'll continue to try to get those negative energies to flow within you so they can feed on you. One of the most powerful negative energies is fear. And because fear is the root of all anger, if you think about it, all sadness, you have fear that you're going to lose something. It makes you angry or sad, depressed. It's fear. And they will try to give you fear. Now, they have the ability, because they are balls of energy, to shape their energy into any manifestation that they believe will give you fear. That's what they want to do. So then you can make that negative energy and they can feed on it. So they're going to try to scare the crap out of you. And they have done that. And you've probably heard many stories where people have encountered these such beings. And you don't want them near you. So the first thing you need to do, in fact, I have to tell you right now, I don't feel a negative being, but I do sense someone behind me right now. But I think it's a guide. I'm not sure. But what you need to do is to not have fear.